now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walk in his ways, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Furman Jackson Jr. You will not be disappointed. Let's go!
Here we go. We've been ready to get this show on the road. We thank everybody for being here with us. Here, of course, we're streaming live right now on Facebook as well. We want everybody to, first of all, I want to say thank you everybody for tuning in to another edition of Walking This Ways Impact Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson, along with Anna C., Kenny Primetime Williams. Of course, our guest tonight is stand-up comedian Eli Thomas. Right now, he's on his tour, Klass Klown. He's going to be talking about that tonight. Right. But once again, we want to welcome everybody to another edition, a very excited edition here on the podcast. Of course, once again, we are live streaming on Facebook as well. So share, like, comment. We'd love to hear from you as well. Before we get off into the Q&A, we got Kenny Primetime Williams back with us. He was under the weather last week. He's back with us tonight. Kenny, how you doing? How you holding up?
Doing good, Mr. Jackson, man. I appreciate everybody. I'm glad to be back, missing everybody, but glad to be back as always.
Awesome. We thank you as well, my brother. Good seeing you, looking good, looking younger and younger by the day. I know you're excited to talk about some upcoming sports. We know football season's among us. We know the NBA finals season's over with. And the way everybody waiting for football, we know we got baseball going on. But hey, go ahead and tell you what the latest sports news and updates.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Kenny Primetime Williams. I'm glad for you to be tuning in today on the Prime Zone. We got a few news today to break down to you. Breaking news coming out of the NBA. We do have a new NBA champion. The Golden State Warriors are now NBA champions. They defeated the Boston Celtics in 4-2, with Stephen Curry getting his first Finals MVP. And also the Golden State Warriors franchise, making them have the 4th championship in their career, making them a dynasty team. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. They had a parade the other day. Everybody, Draymond Green, Thompson, Curry, along with the other gangs, Iguodala, they celebrated their 4th championship. And congratulations to Steve Kerr and all the Golden State people, organization on their championship. The NBA draft is also coming up this coming Thursday. All new college prospects that's getting ready to enter into the NBA will be on display this coming Thursday. We're making dreams become true. All the guys there's a lot of prospects in the draft this year, and it's going to be a good one. I'm looking for see a lot of key players go a lot of key places. Some teams looking available for new players and upcoming building their team. So we're going to be excited about the NBA draft coming up this coming Thursday. And also in the NFL, mandatory OTAs is underway. A lot of absence from different players on different teams, such as Lamar Jackson, Odell Beckham, Baker Mayfield, and the list goes on and on. The Los Angeles Rams did extend their contract with Aaron Donald, so he will not be retiring. He will be returning for another year run for another NFL Super Bowl title. But who is retiring is Rob Gronkowski from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's also retiring for a 2nd year. Everybody knows that's Tom Brady's target in any team that he plays for, but he decided to hang up the cleats this year, and he won't be returning back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's decided to give it up. So thank you, Gronk, for everything you've done for the league, the excitements, the highlights. You will be missed, and we appreciate everything you've done for the league, and I wish him well. Also, in Cowboy news, I don't know if any Cowboy fans out there, but Sean Payton is, I hear the boos going on, but Sean Payton is showing interest in becoming the Cowboys' next head coach. He sat down with Mr. Jerry Jones on yesterday, and they talked about coaching for the Cowboys. Right now, the head coach is Mike McCarthy, and he is upcoming on his 3rd season as the Cowboys head coach, and we're going to see how this season plays out with McCarthy. But if anything goes bad, I'm pretty sure Sean Payton is now a resident of Dallas, Texas. So he is showing very much interest in becoming the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to see how that plays out after this year season come upon us. Ex-Purdue graduate and former NBA player Caleb Swanigan died on yesterday in his home. He was 25 years of age. Shannon died of natural causes. He was a first rounder for the Portland Trail Blazers, and later on he was traded to the Sacramento Kings and played the duration of his career with the Kings. He was a young player, a good forward player coming out of Purdue University, and also a first rounder. So we want to send our condolences to his family and his children. He had 2 girls he left behind. So we're praying for you and send our condolences as well. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have for you in the sports world today. I thank you for tuning in. I want to give big shouts out to Dallas, Texas, the Mississippi Gulf Coast area, Mobile, Alabama, everybody on the sound of my voice that's watching this podcast. I would like to say thank you for tuning in to the Prime Zone. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Furman. Thank you so much, sir. Back to you.
Appreciate it, Kenny. Prime Time with the latest sports news and updates. Once again, I am your host, Furman Jackson Jr. We're broadcasting right here out of DFW. That is Dallas-Fort Worth, Arlington, big surrounding areas in Texas. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Right now, we are broadcasting on Facebook Live as well as you can. Watch us live as well as we live stream, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear your comments. Share. Tonight, I'm very excited about tonight's guest. He's a stand-up comedian. He's on tour right now. Before we get off in that, we're going to go off into the financial tip as well. Then after that, we're going to kick it off with our featured guest, our conversation with the Klass Klown himself, Eli Thomas. And I'll tell you what the latest financial tips for the week. And also, by the way, get your pen and get your paper. Write down some great information from Anna. Take this information, apply it to your life, because if you don't apply it, it's in vain. Go ahead, Anna.
Oh, well, thank you for that gracious welcome. Okay, it's Anna C., the spending plan specialist, financial planning at your fingertips. Okay, guys, we talked briefly last week about a recession. In the event that happens, we all need to understand, what does that mean for us, and do we need to panic? Well, I have great news for you. You don't have to fret. You will be okay. This has happened before, but you want to make sure you get your finances in order, all right? As our parents would say, you want to get your house in order. So when there is an economic decline or a contraction in the economy, right? That means inflation is going up, the CPI, Consumer Product Index, is going up, and maybe pay rates are not matching that, right? A lot of times that means less people are spending money, and things are moving slow as far as money goes, right? So what can we do to prepare? I hope you have your pen and paper handy. I want to give you just a couple things that you can do in the event that we do see a recession. Keep in mind, this is something that only typically lasts a few months, and it could go up to 2 years. But typically past that point, 18 months to 6 quarters, we call that a depression. That's a decline in the output of goods and services, okay, for longer than 18 months. So we're not looking towards a depression, a recession. That means things are going to be a little stagnant and slow for a few months. First thing you can do to get your house in order to prepare for an economic decline would be eliminate debt. You want to eliminate the money that you spend paying people you borrowed money from, which would be your lenders, all right? So you want to get your debts in order. Try your best to eliminate those. That way you can have more money coming into the house and keeping that income within your household. The best way to do that would be to calculate your monthly expenses. We really need to keep eyes on how we're spending our money. We need to know what's coming in versus what's going out. And you always want to be in the green versus the red. If you're spending more than you're bringing in, then we need to find ways to cut our expenses, reduce our liabilities. Does that make sense? All right. The next thing you need to do when preparing for a recession or an economic decline would be build an emergency fund. A starter emergency fund typically is $500 to $1,000, right? That's a great way to start. But a true emergency fund is meant to last you 6 months to a year. And if you can do it even longer than that, that would be great. So how much income are we saving 6 months to a year? It would be enough to cover your monthly expenses. All right, not as much as you spend, but at least enough to cover your expenses. Start building your emergency fund. Start stashing money away for a rainy day. We've heard these sayings before. The next thing you can do, if you aren't able to stash money away, if you don't have disposable income, get a side hustle. It is 2022. We live in an era where you can make money on the go, from your cell phone, on the internet. It's so much you can do from home. It's so many ways that you can generate income. Start a side hustle. Get another business going for yourself. So if you need tips on that, feel free to message me, because I am the side hustle queen, and I will give you a list of easy side hustles you can start today to bring income into your house. The next thing you can do to prepare would be live within your means or below. So that means you need to know, how much does it take me to survive? And am I living outside of what I actually can afford? Sometimes we got to put that mirror up, guys. We have to be realistic with what we need, what we can afford versus what we want, right? So we got to get those spending plans and budgets in order. Get your money in order. When you put it on paper, it makes it clear, because the numbers don't lie. All right. The next thing you need to do, we talked about cutting your expenses. Start investing today. Sometimes you're afraid to spend your excess money because things are moving so slow. But during times of decline, this is the perfect time to start investing in yourself, in your finances, and in your future, especially when prices start to decrease. Start investing and start experiencing the power of compounding interest. If you're not sure how to get started investing, get with a reputable advisor, a financial coach or planner like myself, and we can help you get started with your financial future, planning for emergencies and planning for retirement. Nobody plans to be broke, but yet it still keeps happening, right? Let's set a plan in place to prevent that from happening to you. Next thing you need to do is educate yourself on finance. Financial literacy is so important, and we don't talk about it enough. So one way you can educate yourself on financial education is tuning in to this podcast every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'm dropping financial tips and gems to help get you in the game. Another way to start learning about financial education is seek wise counsel from those who have been trained and knowledgeable in this field. Get a financial coach. Seek wise counsel, get guidance from a professional. Get a planner. We'll sit down with you. We'll show you where you're at. We'll show you where you need to be and help you get to where you want to go. That's all I got for y'all today. When planning for a recession, don't panic. We got you.
Thank you, Anna. Latest financial tips and updates, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you got this great information from Anna. Of course, she takes time. She puts together the presentation for y'all to take and apply to your life, because what's the use of getting great information not willing to apply it? I'm gonna tell you this before we get off into the interview. You write your own story. I have to write my own story. Anna has to write her own story. Ken has to write his own story. Shay has to write her own story. We have to write our own story, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with getting advice from different people, but write your story first. You lay your foundation, you set your blueprint, then you better cherry pick and get stuff from other people that you can apply to your own arsenal, to your own lifestyle. So take heed to the great information that Anna gave you. Take heed to it, apply it, learn from it, strategize. And most important, it takes discipline. You know what it takes? The mindset. We got to get this mindset under subjection. We got to get this mindset under control, because the mind will play tricks on us. The mind will deceive us. The mind will get us in fear, because we so fearful what's going on around us in the physical realm. We worry about tomorrow. We worry about, I want to get this latest stuff. I want to get this latest. So a lot of times you have to make sacrifices, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to the financial arena, you have to make sacrifices. If it's something you're trying to get in mind, you're going to have to cut off some pleasure for a little while until you get to that place where you so destined to be at. Yeah, it's going to hurt we're not saying it's gonna hurt. The flesh don't like that, but like Christ said, the flesh is weak, spirit is willing. So you have to be willing to put these practices together that Anna gives you on a weekly basis here on the podcast. But we know today is Tuesday, of course. We know it is Impact Tuesday. We are in the 6th month of 2022. What have you been doing for the past 5 months? Are you at where you need to be at? Have you got started? Would you ever get started? You know, every year we get so excited about the first of the year, January. I got my New Year's planned out. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But we never live up to the expectations because why could we let ourselves down? We get into that state of mind of it's always going to be like that. I'm not good enough. I'm bad. I'm this, I'm that. And you put that, you already judging yourself and instead of telling yourself, I can do this, telling yourself that I got this, telling yourself I'm more than a conqueror, telling yourself that I am a winner, telling yourself I am great, telling yourself I am wise. Start speaking those things over your life. It's not a one-time thing. This is a thing you have to constantly get into in order to build yourself up, build your confidence up, create your world, create your universe, and watch the world change around you. But we're going to get off into our conversation with Eli Thomas. Eli, welcome to Walking This Way Impact Books podcast. I know you're on tour right now with your Klass Klown. Matter of fact, congratulations to you as well for your tour.
I appreciate you.
You put it in the work. You didn't talk about it, you being about it, and I respect that 1,000% in what you're doing. So let us know how the tour came about, how long you've been on tour, what you expect from this tour, but most importantly, let the world know who you're to meet for the very first time.
Let the world know what?
Let the world know who you are, meet you for the very first time.
Oh, yeah. How y'all doing? What's up, y'all? Hey there, my name is comedian Eli Thomas. Yes, I'm on the Klass Klown on stage comedy tour. A little bit about the Klass Klown on stage comedy tour. It's an experience that like a lot of comedians is not doing out here. It's a mixture of comedy, music, and spoken words. You feel me? It's a whole list of different acts, and the title came from how I was just growing up in school. Everybody just called me, he's a Klass Klown. He always doing crazy things, funny stuff. So I just mixed it up and just put it with the platform of my comedy. You know what I'm saying? Showing the world a different experience, how to act a fool, and they can relate to it, but it's still giving y'all a positive impact. So you can go back home and be like, that was a good experience for a comedy show. That was a deep experience, So I ain't gonna get too much. You're gonna have to buy the tickets to come to the show. You feel me? But just know it's one of them experiences that you will enjoy.
And that's what's up right there. And now we know that we had a comedian here from Dallas Fort Worth a couple of months ago, and we look at being a comedian like ministry, because you never know what people are going through. You never know what a person may be experiencing. You never know what a person may be dealing with. By you putting a smile on their face could change their whole entire atmosphere. What I'm saying, a person may thought about, hey, I'm thinking about the end of my life tonight. Come to one of your shows, get a smile on, get a laugh on, and just take away everything. So as being a comedian, do y'all ever think about things like that? That you reach somebody on a mental level that, hey, changed your whole entire life forever?
Oh yeah, because that's how I am now. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like the cool kid growing up in school and everything. You feel me? I usually get picked on and jump. You feel me? But I had to put that pain, my experience of what I went through, and switch it up to a positive note for somebody that's going through something deeper than what I went through. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody out there that had a bad day, it's my job to put a smile on your face. I don't care about if I have a bad day, and no matter what's going on, what somebody told me. If I see a sad face or I see depression on your face, it's my duty to put a smile on your face. No matter what it is. You come to my show, ain't no reason to come to my show all sad and you think you're gonna leave my show sad. Hell no, you gonna have a smile on your face. So that's all that's how I take it is, I mix what I've been through as a kid coming up, and maybe they can take it as a story like, shoot, he had it worse. Why I'm upset? Why am I going through what I'm going through? And he can just make jokes out of it. You know what I'm saying? Put a smile on my face. So I take that serious. When I see people, I don't like seeing people sad or upset. I don't. I really don't. I feel like right now, what we need in this world, especially today in this world, is laughter and love. You know, because there's too much BS going on out here. So
yeah, most definitely it is. You know, so much stuff going on. We know a lot of people are losing their jobs. We know the mass shootings that's going on. We know a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of stuff, mental health, everything is going on. And like you said, we need that light. We need that laughter to make us feel better about ourselves, to enjoy life, and be able to love and embrace that time that hey, you know what? I'm taking everything off. And I'm just gonna relax and have a good time and just chill. Well, like I said, I respect what you're doing with your tour. And that's something that you always wanted to do for yourself, have your own tour and stuff.
Yeah, honestly. But no, I never said I wanted to be a comedian. At first I wanted to be like an R&B singer and a dancer for real. I never wanted to be a comedian. But child support came along, so that R&B and dancing ain't gonna pay no bills. Just throw that out there. So I'm going to whatever I feel like is gonna help pay the bills the most, and that's comedy.
Hey, that's you understand that, fellas. Make sure you pay that child support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please say that's one people that them people don't laugh at none of my jokes. I try my hardest to make them people crack or smile at my jokes. All they care about is the $250 I gotta pay every month. So yeah.
Yeah, pay that child support. They will lock your behind up. They will do that.
Oh yeah.
They will do
that.
that.
They will.
So
I had to sing James Brown just to get out of jail. Just to let them know I'm related to James Brown. That's the only way I got out of jail. Y'all see the hell.
So like I said, with the tour, how long you gonna be on tour? Matter of fact, when did the tour start, and how long you gonna be on tour?
The tour started. The tour started in November. It's ending.
Oh, wow.
It's ending in July. And
He's breaking up a little bit there.
Yeah. You're breaking up.
Well, we all know how technical difficulties can go, but that's interesting to find out. So he didn't set out to be a comedian. It kind of helped happen by happenstance, I think is what people say. So when he comes back, I can't wait to ask him more about where does he see his future in this career. Hear me?
Yeah,
you're back. Yeah, broke up a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm going through these trees.
Well, we know how that is. I said I found it really interesting that you say you didn't set out to be a comedian. It kind of happened by happenstance. So I was just wondering, where do you see your career in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What do you see yourself doing? Are you going to get back into music, or are we going to expound on comedy?
Right now, it's in the mix of both, with the music and comedy. But my main focus is with comedy. As of right now, for the next 5 years, I'm planning on selling out arenas around the United States, selling out arenas. Next 10 years, I'm shooting for selling out stadiums. In the next 20 years, I pray to Allah that I'll be retired on a boat somewhere. And it'd be me and Miss Daisy eating Raisin Brands and prune sticks.
But you know, the most important thing, you said something interesting earlier, that you wasn't thinking about being a comedian. You with the R&B singing and stuff like that. So how did that originate with being a comedian? It just something you just walked into, just take a shot at?
It was a kind of like semi-death experience that I experienced, you know what I'm saying? With it, you feel me? I just felt like the music industry, it's so dangerous and stuff. Like I wasn't getting jiggy with it. I just tell you what, once you get shot, you'll be like, you won't want to sing either. So I switched over to comedy ever since then. And now it's danger for comedy. I know y'all seen Chris Rock on the stage. So I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to be a mailman now. I don't know what I'm.
All right, gonna be chased by dogs out in the weather. It's hard for everybody. You gotta pick your
It's just
heart.
hard for everything. I just gotta pick my battles. But for real though, on a serious tip, the comedy, it just been in me. I just didn't know it was in me. You know what I'm saying? I was always just trying to do something that I felt like I was ready for. You know, ready to show off to the world, but the world wasn't ready to receive it, you know. So God gave me multiple talent, but the most talent he gave, the most one that shines bright is comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's a story. I gotta tell a story, my story, because like I said, music can affect so many people. But a man that can stand on the stage and tell a story about his lifestyle and it can like help somebody in the near run. That's all I care about. If my experience of how life is can help you in the near run to do right or do better, that's what all matters to me with this comedy.
And that's what's up right there. I mean, right now on the tour, is you the only one on the tour, or you have other comedians that's with you on this tour as well?
Just me.
Okay. Oh, one man show.
Like
okay.
all my tours I do about me and everything. Like everything I do, it just come out.
Okay. Okay, cool.
My pocket. So it ain't like, I be around here. I'm not signed to nobody. You feel me? I'm an independent comedian,
So okay, so with that going, preparing for the shows and stuff, take us through your day-to-day operation when you start preparing yourself. What routine do you take to prepare for a show? Because I know you put yourself in the audience in the audience shoes, because you want them to have the best time. You want their money's worth. So how do you prepare yourself for the shows that you put on?
I pray to God first. Off rip, I pray to God first. I ask God to send one of his angels down here to wrap their wings around me for protection and give me the wisdom to give out to others out there that listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got, as they say, I have the voice. You know what I'm saying? But how am I going to use the voice? Am I going to use it to, pour out negative stuff, or am I going to use it to help somebody? So that's the only way. My whole routine, you feel me? I pray to God, me and God have a good talk before the show, and we just take it from there. Because me personally, like this is me personally, I don't be knowing what be going on while I'm on stage. I always have like an out of body experience just to look at myself while I'm on stage. But when the show over, you know what I'm saying, I come back to myself and I hear my people, my entourage be like, man, you just rock it. You just rock it. You just did this and that. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't remember it. I got to see the clips to see what I've done. You feel me? So that's how I get prepared for any show. I always talk to God. I tell anybody, man, you got to put God first before you do anything.
And most definitely got to, and cultivate that gift that you got. And we know that a lot of, the comedians have been on attack. People jumping out in the crowd. We know it started off with Will Smith and Chris Rock. And we know recently the same thing happened to Dave Chappelle. So when all this stuff going, I know being prayed up and things like that, what precautions do y'all take? We know that people nowadays, they just coming out of the crowd, attacking you on stage. So what methods are y'all taking now as comedians?
I let the audience know off rip. I know all y'all seen Chris Rock and slap, but if y'all feeling froggy, please leave. Cause this ain't the Grammys, you feel me? Ain't nobody paying me no stimmy check or none of that just to do some shows. So if you feel froggy, please leap on this stage, and you're gonna leap down the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I take my craft serious, you know what I'm saying? Like if you at work, you won't want nobody to come mess up your job. Don't come mess up my job. I don't do that. I don't do that. I ain't going to just let you slap me, and I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, he didn't slap me. No, I'm gonna tell the house, but turn the lights off, and then that's all you gonna see.
Yeah, man. Because like I said, we know y'all. I know comedians. Y'all do things. Y'all do stuff to give people a good time. Y'all want people to take the load off. You want people to feel good about themselves when they come out to y'all show. That have a good laugh.
Right.
You never know what a person's going through. You never know what a person's dealing with at home, on their
Right.
job, with their family, their marriages. But just to come out and have a good time. So you know what? I feel better about myself. I'm gonna make this thing right. So,
right.
How long?
And we're not bullies either. We're not bullies either. A lot of people be trying to compare comedians, and they putting us under this one little umbrella as we're bullies because we like to talk about people. No, that's not what we do. That comedians are not bullies. You know what I'm saying? We say stuff that y'all be scared to say, but we got them out to say it. You feel me? That's what we are. So I just had to clear that up. There's a lot of people right here be like, oh, Eli, I be scared to go to your comedy show. Well, why? Because I know if you see me in on this, you gonna roast me. Well, probably so, but that ain't the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, it's not nobody bullying you. We just making sure you having a good time. Now, if you me mugging, that gave us ammo to attack, right? But other than that, we ain't gonna bully you.
But you know what? On that, Eli, they already coming. They already judged themselves already, even before they already came to the show. They already heard state in their mind that, hey, you finna start roasting me.
Right.
Because they already played it in their mind already. So it's like you spoke that thing in existence. You set the atmosphere for that. So you get what you expect. But if you're confident in yourself, you know who you are, you know that stuff ain't gonna phase you. You're gonna sit there and laugh at yourself anyway. Because you're not taking yourself serious. You're not taking yourself seriously, but we know that people take themselves serious on a lot of things and be offensive and stuff like that. But with being a comedian with your jokes and stuff, how do y'all handle that? I know that we are in a generation now where people are offensive. You're very sensitive to a lot of things. From compare back in the day, we had like Richard Pryor, and we had the Red Fox, and we had the Eddie Murphy. They was crossing barriers, and people of all race, color, creed, sexuality was laughing.
Right.
But now we don't see that. If you say certain thing about a certain race, gender, things of that, people can take offense to that. So now, how do y'all adjust yourself when it comes to y'all work as a comedian?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to all them greats you didn't say, especially you forgot one, and that's the late great Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying? The OG of it all, OG Bernie Mac. He would have been canceled if he would have been in this era of comedy. I'm just going to throw that out there because Bernie Mac didn't care if you was gay, if you was sissy, you was out there sucking what he didn't care. He going to put it out there. But see, that was the whole point of the difference between comedy then and now. It's like now we got to be so filtered where it's like before we do a show, we got to tell the person that booked us what our dose is going to be like because we got certain people in the audience. Me personally, I don't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? You know how I am. You know my content. If you feel so sensitive and everything, then just don't come. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to the show. But I'm not going to change myself because of what the world have changed into. The world got sensitive about. Yeah, we got gays out here. I respect the gays and the elemental P, whatever the letters is. I respect them, okay? But just don't be coming up on stage and or just don't be thinking I'm attacking y'all for jokes and stuff. No. If I got a joke, it's because I got respect for you. You know what I'm saying? For all the other people that be on that sensitive notes and stuff, I don't really pay them no mind. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you felt some type of way about it, you ain't had to buy no ticket, and you sure ain't had to put the money in my pocket when you bought the ticket. So either way it go, I won.
Most definitely, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? Because back then in the day, like the times have changed. Well, we laughed at everything. They used to say a lot of racist jokes on TV. You know, people laugh. You know, they say laugh at all that stuff, but now you say stuff. This group of people get offended. This group of people get offended. Like, man, come on, lighten up. You know what I'm saying?
You can't even say nigga on.
No, you really can't. You really can't. But it's really sad. But I applaud what y'all communities y'all doing in this generation that we're living in. Still putting in the work, still perfecting y'all craft as well. Also, we know I know a lot of comedians. They go from stand up to have their own reality show to movies. So is that also in the works for you as well? I don't want to say near future, but I want to say.
And it was like I'm back on the stage because at first I started off with acting. Like I got this movie on Prime called Gun Down. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
and a
congratulations
movie
on
Netflix called One Way. I appreciate that. And that's how I started off with. I always wanted to act, but I wanted to act with comedians too. You know what I'm saying? But then it just translated to all right, you because that's how it started with. It started with acting, then it was like stand-up comedy. Now it's like I'm just gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that's to be commended. How did you get started in acting? How did you land those roles? That's a big deal.
Shout out to my OG Kevin Young. He's the one, Kevin Lavelle Young. He's the one who started me off with acting. He put me through training and taught me a lot. It was two of them. It was Kevin Young and it was Cleover Smith, CJ. I can't forget about him. Both of them started me off with the acting. You know, I started doing little local plays in theaters and everything. And then I just started landing little scripts for little, projects, little hood project movies. And then it went to the big screen. So that's how it all started. It was because of them two. I got to give them their roles. It was them two.
Hey, congratulations.
Tell us
if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be on no Prime or none of that.
No, that's awesome. And I want the audience to be able to go check that out and stream it. So tell me where we can stream it and tell me the name of the films again.
All right, you can go to Amazon Prime to watch the movie Gun Down. Gunned down, and you can go to Netflix to watch the movie One Way.
Awesome.
And congratulations on that. That's big. That's a big step right there on Prime and Netflix. Congratulations on that. And that's what we love here on the podcast. We have extraordinary men and women who are doing extraordinary things, turn their dreams into reality. And that's the kind of story that we love to hear on the podcast. Your dreams become a reality, which means it sparks somebody else. And you know what? He's doing what he loves to do. I can do what I love to do as well. Your work should be fun. Your work should be meaningful. Your work should be a blessing to others as you do this work. So as you're doing the Klass Klown tour, what all cities is it has the tour been going?
Houston, Texas, state of Mississippi from Jackson all the way down to Gulfport. Georgia, Atlanta, Columbus, from Alabama, Mobile, Montgomery, Birmingham, Huntsville. I did a show in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Pensacola, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, and Destin, Florida. And pretty much that's been it. I was supposed to do a show in Louisiana. I forgot Louisiana, New Orleans, and Baton Rouge. I was supposed to do a show in Dallas, Texas, but y'all should understand that. They were talking about I had to get a COVID shot. I ain't getting no shot. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, I wasn't getting no shot. I ain't getting vaccinated or nothing that. I don't even got a vacuum cleaner, so I don't know why I'm getting vaccinated.
Let me ask you this. So being on the road, how has the road life been treating you?
How the road life been treating me?
Yeah, how has it been treating you? Living out of suitcases, that's
a hard thing, like, especially with the living situation. There's been times where a brother sleep in the car, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't get no room or none of that. But it don't stop nothing. It just makes the grind even better. You feel me? You got stuff you got experience. So living out of suitcase is. A lot of people say it's fun. I don't really get jiggy with it, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, and it's something that you love to do, and that's what it's all about.
Right.
And that's the most important thing. So we know you got 2 movies on your belt. So is there any more movies under the works for you?
Yeah, we got we got future projects. Due to the contract, I really can't say too much about it, but it's coming soon. So y'all gonna see it real soon. It's coming.
And that's what's up right there. So we're gonna do a little thing. We're gonna play a little word association. What name I throw out? Give an answer first thing pop to your mind. Eddie Murphy.
Go.
Dave Chappelle.
Go.
Bernie Mac.
Bigger go.
Richard Pryor.
OG go.
Red Fox.
Double OG go.
And that's what's up right there. And do you have anything you want to ask?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first thing is, how can the audience connect with you? What's your social media handles? How can we support you? He may have froze up a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be right back.
Yeah, guys, see the movie.
Oh man, can y'all see me now? Can y'all hear me now?
Okay, so yeah, I was saying, how can we connect with you? How can we support you? Tell us how to reach you on social media.
Okay, my Facebook is comedian Eli Thomas. My Instagram is the real Eli Thomas, and my OnlyFans, I ain't got no. But
no.
And my YouTube, y'all can look me on. I just had made me another YouTube due to my last YouTube. They didn't shut that one down. So y'all can look me up on YouTube. I'm gonna be adding more of my content on there. On comedian, just type in comedian Eli Thomas and you'll see me.
Awesome.
And awesome work. So I know you your own business, man. We know it's comedian side there as well, a business side. So you are your own business, man, correct? You own your own marketing, your management. So you do all that, right?
Right.
Man, that's what's up right there. So being an independent comedian, how is it to feel? Matter of fact, elaborate more on that too for those who are aspiring to be comedians, those who probably looking for help, or those who just stepped on their own. So what advice can you give to those who aspire to be upcoming stand-up comedian?
Don't let nobody tell you couldn't do it and stop you from your dreams and telling you what they feel like you should do in life and everything, or what's better for you to do. Just keep grinding. Like if you see the mile mark and if you make it in this game, then you will do it. Just don't matter who it is, don't let nobody stop you from doing it. You hit up every open mic. It don't matter if they don't pay you or not, because in the near run they're gonna start booking you to pay you. You hit up every open mic and you do it and you give them your all. Just always remember to never listen to nobody telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do in your life. If this is your passion, do it.
And I totally agree with that. You got to make stuff happen because nobody's not going to make it happen for you. You got to get out there and put in the work. You know, I just read on one of 50 Cent book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. And it was this guy he was talking about in this book. And he was into social media, website type stuff. But this guy was so determined to work with 50 Cent. He would go down to what 50 office was to try to get an interview, try to get a job. But he was so inspired by this young man that this young man was very determined to get himself out there. You know, we don't see that like we used to back in the day. When you were so determined, you didn't wait for people to give you opportunity. You made opportunities happen. But now people want people to give them stuff, want to be handout. But that work after that drive, that passion, if it's something like you said, if it's something you're passionate about, you're not going to look for other people's opinions. You're not going to look for people to give you this is your time to give you the opportunity, but you make opportunities happen. You're not down doors. You're not down barriers. You get in people's faces. And a lot of times before social media, back in the day, what we had the streets. We had word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? You were going to different places. You had flyers, you had CDs. You was talking to everybody out there. But now social media, I'm not knocking social media, but social media can be a blessing and a curse. When I say a blessing and a curse, people feel like, okay, I get on social media, that's it. but we're not getting the street. A lot of people don't be on social media like that, but getting out into these streets, having your business cards ready, having your flyers ready, put your street team together, just start knocking down doors, and the right person gonna gravitate to what you're doing.
Yeah, for real. And the crazy thing, another thing about it is you don't know who looking at you.
That's true.
On this comedy thing. I had opened up for 85 South Show not too long ago, you know what I'm saying? And let me remind you, I've been in this comedy game for like 4 years. And I'm gonna be the 4th year doing it. You feel me? You never know who's out there watching. You just gotta keep grinding.
That's
never
true.
Give up. Never.
That's true. You never give up, and stay consistent too. And also, in the midst of that, always perfect your craft. Always go back over things that you can get better in, what you get tightened up in. Always perfect your craft in the midst of waiting. People think just because they hear word wait, they think they ain't gotta do anything. In the midst of your waiting, you still put in work. You still get on. You still do some research. You get in the books. You learn from different people. So in the midst of your waiting, you still be putting in work. People feel like they hear wait, they think they just don't have to do anything. But now you still have to put in the work, strategize, and put this thing together. And like I said, you never know who's watching you. So you never know who's watching you. So we know that the tour is about to get ready to wrap up soon. So is it after this tour, is you gonna be taking a break, or are you just gonna be more focused more on the movies to the end?
Oh no, ain't no break. I can't take no break.
Well, I apologize for that.
Oh no, you it's no break in this after this tour. Like I said, I'm gonna start the summer tour. Right, but I might give it like a month off because my birthday is in August. You know what I'm saying? So I might give it a month off. But I'm starting this. I'm getting right back into the grind. You feel me? Right now, June the 23rd, for all my people that's watching in Mobile, I will be back home to the city. We doing the Port City All-Star Comedy Jam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Richie Rich and his team for putting this project together. So that's gonna be that's what I was really I knew right there. I'm proud of myself is when I got the opportunity to headline an All-Star Comedy Jam. You know, so it's gonna go down June 23rd. Y'all make sure y'all pull up at the new spot June 23rd. The Bama Fool will be in the building. Comedian Eli Thomas and the rest of his gang. All-Star Comedy Jam. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss this. This is a ghetto affair. I mean, I need everybody that wear muumuus and hair bunny nets and shower curtains around to come to this event.
So they come to the event. I know the atmosphere gonna be right. I know the atmosphere gonna be good. So what they gonna be? Would you have the expectation? Would you expect when you come back home? Which I'm originally from Mobile myself. I'm living here in Dallas, but when you go back home, would you expect that the atmosphere to be? Because you know that's homecoming.
Oh man, bro, the atmosphere for the home for when I come back home is I can't explain it. It's just gonna be electrifying for real. Like, cause they see me out here doing the work, and they see me out here grinding. It's one thing that the city, if you like you say you're from Mobile, you should know. It's one thing when the city hear you talk about what you're doing, but it's another thing when the city see you doing it. You feel me? So and just to get all the messages of I'm so proud of you for doing what you dream, and I really can't wait to see you, or can't wait to see you do a show in the city when you coming to do a show in the city. That's it. I knew that it was gonna be a good thing. I tell you something right now. Before they put the flyer out, right? They already sold about 50 tickets. Okay. Once they put me on the flyer, they sold 130 tickets that week.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know. I got love from the city. Like people be saying, the Mobile, it's a crab in a bucket type of place, and that's true. But the only way it's a crab in a bucket type of place is if you let the doggone crab keep you in the bucket. There's some crabs out there that clop a crab claw and still go over the bucket. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And I know the city gonna show mad love. I just pray that the child support people don't show up.
Yeah, you gotta walk them there. But like I say, it's what you make out of it. You sit in the atmosphere, and like I say, it's that mindset. You know, either you're gonna be about it or you're not gonna be about it. That procrastination, the life killer. Because people procrastinate this and that, but never get anything done. Life could be beautiful. Life is what you make out of it. Either your life gonna be meaningful or your life gonna suck. And realize then people that life, they mad at you because their life sucked. If they were doing something meaningful in their life, they wouldn't worry about you at all, or worry about what you got going on. They will be so busy doing their own thing instead of worrying about what the next man got going on, what the next man doing, or getting ahead.
Right. And I'm the type of person, if I see you down, if I know your story, my nigga, I would help you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, my security guard. I know I'm pretty sure he don't put his business out, but hell, I pay him. You know. But my security guard, my head security, has did 20 to 18, I think, years in prison. 20, 18 years in prison. And he was homeless. Nigga ain't had nothing. You feel me? So I just told him, look, I don't have nothing, but I will be on there if you be like secure me and stuff, you feel me? And little do he know that, I had it, but he didn't know who I was, you know what I'm saying? But just to see the faith he had in me, you feel me, that what made me mess with him even more, you feel me? Because he didn't have none. So the first time he worked for me, I was broke too, shit. I ain't give him none either. But when I made my very first big check, and I'm not lying, but I made my very first big check for him, and it was from the Gun Down movie. I say that movie and it gave me like 1,700. You feel me? That's in my eyes. That's from you from Mobile. You should know that's a lot of money for a nigga like us.
Yeah.
So
it is.
I gave out of that 1,700, I just gave him the 700, and I kept the rest. And I told him this. I said, you can either A, throw this 700 down the trash, or B, invest your 700. Now my boy got his own lawn caring company.
Wow.
You feel me? And so it's multiple financial, is that the police? Oh shit, my bad, I'm on the line. I'm in that area where they looking like they ready to go ahead and pull it on me now. Hold on now. I'm recording, but that's what it's all about. It's about helping people do better in life and see what they're gonna do after you help them. I can lead you the way, but I can't walk with you all the way through it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, a bird got little birds in the little chirpy tweet little birds in the nest. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But the mama don't give a damn how old the bird is. She gonna show you how to fly one damn time. And if you then after that, guess what? She gonna lift you up and throw you over the goddamn nest. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I am with my team. I can help you out, but I ain't gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta show me you want it more than me. If I can see the inspiration and you wanting it, then bro, I'ma help. But if I see you just always know I'ma give it to you, and then I'ma feel like it's a handout. Then you just doing that shit just to do it.
Right. And I totally agree with that. You're giving people the opportunity, you're giving people the chance. You look at LeBron James with his inner circle. I'm just doing it out there, how he's a billionaire now. But the people that he associates himself around with, his friends like Maverick and all them guys that he grew up with, he entrusted them guys, and them guys helped him become a billionaire. And it made me think about what you did with your security. You gave this man a chance. And that man took the opportunity, took the money you paid him, invested it, took your advice, and now he has his own company.
Mm-hmm. It's to the point now he don't even want me to pay him for security. Wow. He just do it for free.
And all that, you get this man an opportunity.
All because of an opportunity. That's why I tell people, you don't know how far you will take a person if you just help them.
Right.
Because you don't know what they'll do to you. They might help you back. They might have your back.
True. I agree with that 100% because we so want this. We try to go for the person that's already established. There's nothing wrong with that. But then we look over the person who may be least established, but that could be your golden ticket in that person right there.
Right.
And then you invest into that person, that golden ticket to the next level, and also help you out because they're gonna remember you like, okay, this man gave me opportunity. I'm dedicated to him. And that's beautiful to know that. And that's a beautiful thing to know that, you know what I'm saying, to hear that. That's a beautiful thing. So take advantage of the opportunity that you are getting, that people give you, and run with those opportunities. You know, like the old saying, you lead a horse to water, became it the horse drink. I do believe that. I do believe that. I know we're pressing for time now. And you have any final remarks, anything you want to add, share before we get off the air?
Well, tonight was fun. I definitely know that laughter is the heart's medicine. So anybody who can reach people and bring joy in a time of chaos, in a time of turmoil, that is not a gift, but a blessing. So it's ministry in everything you do. So the fact that you can bring laughter to others, I just want to say thank you for making the world a little bit brighter. And I just hope everybody tonight watching, I hope y'all had a great time, and I want y'all to come back and tune in. Make sure
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes.
Real talk. I really do appreciate y'all for having me. Like, this is like an exclusive interview for real. I ain't trying to be, but did anybody tell you look like Fantasia before? You out here looking like nobody. You look like, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Like, I just been on here just getting this vibe for the longest and stuff.
Look, I'm gonna get with you on the singing tip. I tried out for American Idol once. No. Y'all definitely make sure you support our guests, but make sure you support yourself and your dreams. You know, if you didn't get anything from the podcast tonight, sometimes there are gifts inside of us that you may not see. They may be buried, waiting to be released, but the gift is there. So don't be afraid to step out on faith, put in a little work, and get your shine on, because it may just lead you to your destiny. So I enjoyed tonight's interview, and I just hope everybody watching had a great time.
Yeah, most definitely. And the most important thing that I got out of tonight's episode was the opportunity, the investment, how his bodyguard took that $700, invested that $700, got his own landscape business now. Listen to that again, folks that missed that. He paid this man $700. That man took that he could do anything with that $700. He could have went to the store, he could have went shopping, he could have did all kind of crazy stuff, but that man took $700 and invested in himself. That $700, right? He did that $700 because that man believed in himself. When you believe in yourself, you can be very unstoppable. So what Eli said tonight, I hope that resonated with y'all.
Plant a seed.
Because you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, other folks not going to believe in you. It's how you carry yourself. If you're not willing to carry yourself in the right way, nobody's not going to respect you. You already feel like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. What they going to think of me? How they going to look at me? Nah, because you already psyched yourself out already. When we talk about that about the mind, if you believe in yourself, you're going to step out on faith.
Right.
Because you know who you are. Once you know who you are, no devil in hell, nobody in hell can stop you because you are unstoppable. So I'm going to leave this with y'all tonight. Remember, when you say I am very powerful. I'm going to leave something with y'all tonight. Before y'all go to bed tonight, and this is what I learned, and I apply this to my own life. Before you go to bed tonight, get your favorite wine, your water, whatever you drink.
Hey, listen, I ain't trying to cut. Listen, I'm not trying to interrupt, but I love y'all. They ready for me to come in. I'm sorry. But listen, hey, listen, y'all follow me. Y'all follow this podcast. This is the dopest podcast I ever been on. And I can't wait till I come out there to Dallas to show y'all some love. Y'all come to the show whenever I come out there. I send out the memo and everything. I love all y'all. Peace, love, keep laughing first and keep God first always, all right?
All right, please. I'm finna go and finish this story before we get off. Before you go to bed tonight, if you drink wine, coffee, water, tea, whatever you drink, go in your mirror, give yourself a toast. You tell yourself, when you look yourself in the mirror, I got your back. I'm here for you. You gonna win. We gonna succeed. You unstoppable. And you toast yourself in the mirror. You know why? You celebrating yourself. So I want you to do that tonight. I did it the other night. And I encourage you to do it too. Look yourself in the mirror, give yourself a toast and say, you know what? I love you. I got your back. I'm going to ride with you to the end. Believe in yourself. And that's all I want to end with that note tonight. Hope was said was there was some jewels that were dropped tonight on the podcast. I don't know y'all caught that. Investment, discipline, opportunities was said. So I hope y'all caught that tonight. It was some gems drop. I caught some gems tonight, and I caught some gems tonight. I hope y'all caught some gems. That little stuff was said tonight. I hope the people that's listening on Facebook Live really caught some out what was said tonight. From what you had spoke tonight, from what Eli spoke tonight, something was said that y'all could apply in your arsenal.
When y'all go back and you watch this podcast, or if you're watching with us live, I want you to put it in the chat, put it in the feed, put it in the comments, drop a gem. What did you get? What resonated with you? Just put one line, something that stood out for you, because we want to know that this podcast is making an impact. That's the whole point of impact, okay? So make sure you drop some feedback. Let us know what kind of things do you want to hear from us? What kind of things did you enjoy? Just let us know. Talk to us in the feed and the chat, okay? Drop some gems for us.
And most of also check out our Facebook page as well, which is Walking This Way Impact Boys Podcast. Check out the team. Everybody on this team do different things. Anna with the finances. You have Shay with fitness, Kenny with sports. Check out the latest our YouTube channel, which is Walking This Way Impact Boys Podcast. Like, subscribe, and comment to our page. Get those likes up on our page. You can look at past episodes. Also, we be doing a podcast live on Facebook as well every Tuesday night. Is also, so you check us out. Again, we thank you for everybody sharing, and we thank everybody for liking. We thank everybody for the hearts. We thank everybody for the thumbs up on tonight as well. And like Anna said, we would love to hear from you. We want some feedback from you. What things that you want us to talk about here on the podcast? We're open. We don't want to be closed-minded. We want to be open-minded. We should always evolve, Anna. In everything we do, we always constantly evolve, and we are creatures of habit. So we constantly evolving every day. What you did different yesterday, you're going to do something different again. You're going to do something different today. Tomorrow, you're going to do something different. So we constantly evolve. And then another thing I learned too, y'all want to become an interesting person. So become interested, learn different things, learn different skills, and read different books, and learn from go different places too. That's another thing. Go different places, meet different people, learn from different people, learn different cultures and backgrounds. Come very interesting, because if you're not living, you're dying. And I don't want to die, I want to live. So you constantly want to evolve. So that's something I had to say about that. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody, of course. Shane, her absence, big shouts out to her. Kenny as well. He made it back here on the podcast. Big shout out to him for doing the news as well. Big shout out to Eli also. And once again, those who watching us on Facebook Live as well also. So we want everybody to have a great night. Enjoy your Tuesday. Remember, do what I said do tonight. Give yourself a toast tonight in the mirror. Tell yourself what you want. Tell yourself what you need to hear. Build your own self up and say, hey, cheers. So we want everybody to have a great night. We'll see y'all next Tuesday night here on Walking This Way Impact Boys Podcast. Peace, everybody.
Night, night.